Hi, good evening everybody. I'm back. Had a few technical issues, so I'm going to wait for everybody to come on. Should be all sorted now. Thank you, Facebook, for building an audience for me. I'm going to wait for everybody to come on, and then I'm going to do questions and answers. Terribly sorry about that. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Ashley. Hello again. Take 3. Should have one of those things. Cut. Hey, hi, Diane. Hi, Sadbia. Hi, Diane. Hi, Laura. Hi, Vikram. Hi, Gaina. Hi. Hi, Victoria. Hello again, sweetheart. Hello, Emma. Good evening to you too. Hello, Julie Deeks. Hello, sweetie. Hello from Ohio, Susan Berkeley Dow. And hi, Linda Power. Please do share this. You do have the opportunity of getting a reading, which a lot of you know by now. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Danny. Hello again, sweetie. Evening, Hunter, Katie, Gardner. Right, what I'm going to do, I've said hi to people. I'm going to have to get on with it because I am a little bit late running. Hello, hi Daniel and Lisa Day, hello. First of all, what I would like to talk about is yesterday, if you were with me last night, I talked about a plane crash. Well, I've had a lady come through who had somebody who they lost in a plane crash, and it does seem to fit all information. I did have also lots of other people coming through. It was like a guy with a leg and Catholic lady and stuff like this. I've managed to find exact detail whilst confirming with the lady who believed it was her grandparents, exact detail. What I mean by that, I was able to give names, places, lots of imagery information. It was approximately an hour reading because it was so condensed. The imagery information they were giving me was phenomenal. So that was really great. There's lots of people I've got today. I did speak to somebody who can't hear properly, so she's unable to communicate with me via this. And so what was really good about that was I was able to communicate with her through PM and give her a reading. So that was really good. So, can everybody see and hear me? Please give me the hearts if you can, and then I'm going to move on. Right, that's really good. I'm just going to get comfortable. There we go. Right, I'm going to start looking into this. So that's lots of validations from today, but more importantly, Tessa, with you, sweetie, I see an eldish lady around you. I also sense a gentleman. I also sense this man might have had difficulty in his time. I do sense that he worked solidly in his life, but he didn't have the capacity to leave much money. So he was quite worried about his finances and stuff like that. But they send their love. I do see a boy in spirit, and I'd say he's about 6. I'm getting a little boy, blondish fair hair. That's what I'm seeing around you. They all send their love, and you've been very, very blessed to have these people around you, and you've missed them deeply. That's what I'm getting with you. I'm also getting a name called Daniel given to me. I don't know who this is, but I think they know that you know who it is. That's what I'm getting with you. So that's what I got. Please PM me if you want me to look into that in depth. What I do when I do live reads is I like to have validation afterwards. I like to give more information. So there you go. Oh, Tessa, my nephew passed at 12 and my nan and granddad. Wow. I saw a really young boy with fair hair. He seemed really small, like quite small, really, really innocent. That's what I was getting with that. Hi Marie, thank you for sharing. Thanks to all that are sharing. You will have the opportunity, if I pick you randomly, to have a reading with me. Oh, my hair looks lovely today, thank you. I've got it tied down. Like, I'm doing this thing with, like, I can have a bob there if I want one. It's my eyebrows, look. I've had them threaded by a lovely Indian lady. Too tragically in a freak accident. Was there other people involved in that? What I'm saying, that someone else passed over? Because I'm getting a headache. Oh, Marie said, did my eyebrows hurt? No. It was nice. It was nice just to have someone do something to me for a change. Hi, Leah. Hope you were well, sweetie. I'm in my front room. I'm literally sat, you can't see it though, I'm literally sat right next to the fire. Eyebrows on fleek. Head impelled through the brain. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, please contact me. We'll look into it and I'll get names and everything and all sorts of things. Oh, you know, last night as well, I was saying about, there was a car accident and I could see like flashes, like an accident, and there was loads of blue flashes in a blue car. That's been confirmed as well. Got validation for that as well, so that was really good. Hi, Brittany. I'm going to try and bring somebody in spirit, who will be connected to somebody watching. I have a queue of them. I've come to this conclusion that they queue up. You know, like a line, say you're in a telephone box. Back in the day, I'm talking, because we don't use telephone boxes, and there's a queue of people wanting to use a phone. This is how I sense them, right? And I am literally like, you know, you can't see electricity or energy. I feel like I'm just a receptor. So they all queue up and they wait for a connection. It's no different, if you think about it, than making a phone call. Does that make sense? I'm trying to find a way to describe exactly how they communicate through me. I feel like a transmitter, just an energy. So like, you can't see the internet, but yet we use it. So we don't see everything transmitting. And that's exactly how I feel, that all I am is that, like, connection. I've seen all sorts today, but those people have been very fortunate to have a reading and to be connected with their loved ones. So I'm not going to talk about that. We're going to try and bring somebody in for you. So here we go. I'm getting Malcolm. Yeah, I'm like a switchboard operator. I'm getting a guy called Malcolm coming through. Now this gentleman, he's been waiting a long time to connect to somebody. I don't sense it's in the UK. I believe this connection is the USA. I also see with this person a red truck. I sense that he worked very, very hard. I'm sensing he knows somebody called Louise. So it's Malcolm who knows Louise. He's got a red truck. I sense he passed in a tragic accident. It was to do with machinery. I'm sensing that he didn't say goodbye to the person that he's looking for. I'm not getting the name of this person that he's looking for, unfortunately. he knew a Sarah. Okay. And he would have been approximately late 40s. I'm getting imagery, information of a guy with a truck, red truck, accident, machinery, Mokum. That's what I'm getting. So if there's anybody out there that knows him, please do get in touch with me. It's quite specific information because he's given me the USA. He's given me types of work. He's given me how it happened. And I tell you what he looks like. He's got like quite tall moustache and like hair quite curly-ish. That's what I'm getting from this guy. So it'd be good if anybody can get back to me. What happens is, even when the video is finished, lots of people from different parts of the country watch the video live. So I get something like 9.k views and things like that. This person most probably will be found early in the morning. That's what I'm sensing, but it might happen sooner. He wanted me to get the message out because he knows they will be watching. Just going to wait on for your questions and answers, and we can try and connect you to your loved ones. I always try to bring someone in spirit who has been queuing. Kathleen Pollock. Hi, sweetie. I'm sensing around you a lady in glasses. She has curly hair, it's short. She would sit by a bedside. She would have tucked you in bed. She would have given you a hot water bottle. She would have made hot chocolate. She would have given you a biscuit. She would have kissed you on the head before you went to sleep. I'm sensing her passing was of degenerative illness of old age. I don't sense anything bad. There was slight bruising to her right arm, possibly due to a illness of some kind, but like degenerative illness, like, you know, like red pigmentation. That's what I'm seeing around you, sweet. She's a lovely, dear lady who sends her love. She was an absolute angel, and she would have helped so many people on earth, as I call it, this plane. She is now sleeping well with the angel. She shows me at peace. Now, if I can try to describe to you exactly how the realm works. Katie, you said it sounded like your dad, but not the USA. Okay then, sweet. If it wasn't the USA and you believe this man to be you, with you connection, why would he have mentioned the USA? Because it was specific information. Have you got connections to the USA? Did he love the USA? Had he visited the USA? These are the questions that I would have to question in order for validation. You can PM me so that we can really, really get into things. He did know someone called Sarah. That's what I got. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is try to explain the realm to make it easy for you to understand. So what I don't see is people in heaven. I don't see them in their place where they rest. What information that I'm given, they come back through me to as a receiver of information, and they give me information of memories. They have to come down a lower level of vibration in order to communicate with me, if that makes sense. So the information that I will give you will be of earth knowledge. It will not be of the realm knowledge, because the realm is protected. I just wanted to explain that to you so that people understand exactly. When I get messages, when they say they're sleeping and stuff, it could be a memory of sleeping. When I sense that they're happy asleep, it's because they're happy asleep in the realm, but they won't show me those images. So like when I gave messages today to a lady, I was able to exactly describe memories. So I'm going to try and connect now. Joanne Maria O'Connor, You've asked, is your mum with you? Sweetheart, with this lady I sent somebody with brown shortish hair. I sense that this lady was like sort of really, really busy in her life. Her mind would have been busy. I sense a very busy mind. I also sense stress around this lady in her memory. Also with this lady, I'm seeing children, I'm seeing play, I'm seeing games, I'm seeing somebody who would have been very tentative with her grandchildren. That's what I'm sensing around this lady. So I hope that helps, and I hope that that is the lady that you're looking for. Please do let me know. Please do email me. Everybody that I connect to tonight, I would like you to PM me so that we can get absolute closure. It's no good me just giving out quick information. I need to be specific and give you full detail. It's only if I talk of the energy and the spirit, and the reason being, sweeties, is because it's not fair not to have closure. I can't just pass over quick information and then that's it, because you'll just be left like, I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. And it's no different, and you'll be reliving that loss. That's what I'm saying. So hi Kate Day. How did you realise you could do this? You would love to know. Okay, sweet. What had happened was, when I was little, I had bronchitis. I was taken to a hospital, and you could say I had like a afterlife experience. What happened was, I could see myself floating. Well, no, I wasn't floating. I was in an oxygen tent, and I could see myself. I was floating as a baby. As I was about 8, I said to my mum, I have this memory when I was a baby that something happened to me. I was rushed to hospital and I was covered in a yellow blanket. They were outstanding at my memory. When I was 8, I then had another out-of-body experience where I was trying to get back into my body. I was 8. From then on, I tried to dismiss it, because when you're at school and stuff like that, you don't want people taking the mick out of you because, you know, you're different. I felt different. And then I sort of just become like a normal teenager, as you do. And then it was about 4 or 5 years ago, I met a family. I was out doing angel card readings for charity. I've never made money through this, through my gift. And the only time I've ever done that was through charity. And then I went to a pagan event, and I was asked to do stalls and give readings to people to raise money for the pagan society, for some sort of society they have. I then went to Stonehenge. I got married to my husband. I met a guy called Christopher Stone, who is a famous pagan. He signed my book. I had an angel experience, and my husband had it too. After we got married, we could hear angels. And I went back to a place called Timsbury, where my nan had lived. And I had a feeling that I had to go there. That's why I went there. I went up to her old house, and a lady looked at me. And I said, you knew my nan? She said, yes. She was extremely old. I looked her in the eyes, and I could literally see, almost like my nan was looking back at me. I knew my nan wouldn't settle until she went to her home. And that was why I heard the angels, because she was reunited. That's what I was getting. So that's what happened there. And then as time went on, I developed my skill. I had lots of different experiences. But Michael Croft, when I saw his family, I had extensive knowledge of everything that happened to them. They were so astounded at my stuff that I had to, and the knowledge that I obtained about an accident that he was in, I knew at that point I had to follow this path. I then decided to just do ordinary day-to-day work like we do, because you have to maintain your bills and stuff. And I thought, it's not for me. I don't need to go into details about it, but it wasn't for me. I didn't fit in. And that's exactly how it is. So yeah, I've met some incredible people on my journey, all different types of people from all different belief systems. I also know lots of witches, and and the knowledge I've acquired along the way is through everyone else's experiences of what they believe, how to practice. You then find yourself and you have to decide exactly how it is you wish to practice. I don't work with the dark. I will only work with the light. I work with the angels. And what I mean by angels is those that have passed the other side. And they're all angels. I have had experiences of what I class as godly experiences where I've been in absolute distress and distraught. And I've prayed and said, help me, help me, help me, Lord, help me, please. And I felt a massive urge of energy come over me that was like a massive, massive white ball. And if anybody says that it doesn't exist, it does. And it's been scientifically proven now that they can actually tell the soul lives after we die. And I've put a link on my page, the Digital Psychic page, all about that. So it is incredible. And when you do get in touch with your loved ones and yourself, more importantly, you are able to connect with all the energies of the universe, because we're all connected. So I hope that answers your question. Enough about me. I'm going to get back to you. Amanda, sweetheart, you said, could you tell me if my mother-in-law and father-in-law is around you? I'm sensing somebody around me with a very dry mouth, throat issues, because I've been sensing it all night. You might even see that I'm struggling quite a lot to talk. I don't know if this is related to you. This happens to me. I can obtain physical and emotional things happening to myself. So I'm sensing really dry mouth. I'm also getting the name like, is it Zoe? Around this. That's what I was getting. I sense they loved you very, very dearly. I don't know if somebody had medication that affected their mouth. I'm sure once this message gets to you that it'll stop. That happens to me quite a lot. Where I can actually pick up medical stuff where it can actually impact me. I don't know how it happens, but it does. Dawn and Davies. I'm going to go back down there. Does my granddad William have anything to say? Jordan, when that came through, sweetie, I sense that your granddad is very, very proud of you. And are you getting married? Is there going to be a wedding? That's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing a wedding around you. That's what I'm getting. So please do let me know. Somebody's going to be getting married. I sense with this gentleman, he had a lot of self-pride. He'd have been very like, no, Jordan, do as you're told sort of thing. Almost like quite strict, but it wasn't strict. It was purely out of guidance. That's why he was like that. That's what I'm getting with you. He senses love. Grandad William as well, I sense a John around you too. So I don't know if Grandad had somebody else in spirit that was called John. I'm trying to think what else he's trying to... Wait a minute, I'm going to listen to what he's saying because he's trying to tell me something. I'm sensing also a military connection. I'm being shown imagery, information of like something he would have been very proud of. It might have been a medal that somebody's got. Also a watch. If you got a watch, somebody had a watch. That's what he said to me, something watch. So there you go. I hope that helps. Please do get back in touch with me. We need to validate all the information, make sure that we get closure, make sure it's getting to the right person because there's so many people queuing. Right. Emma Ashton. She's been on my feeds quite a lot and she does share a lot of my posts. And what happens is, you know when you're queuing and people think, gosh, well, why haven't you answered me yet? like I've been here loads of times. They're in the queuing system. It's not about who comes first or anything like that. It's literally a queuing system that they will know when they're ready and you're ready, if that makes any sense. So Emma, I know that you have been waiting. I know that you've been seeking. I sense around you, sweetheart, a lady, and she would have been a lady. And what I mean by that was she was very prim and proper in a very nice way, very dignified with a lot of integrity. I'm sensing also with her possible like backache. I'm feeling physically sick too, but I'm getting backache. I would have sensed that she was on some sort of medication. I'm also getting a name coming through, so I'm just going to listen. I've got to make sure it's correct. Is it Tanny? Tammy? Something like that. That's what she gave to me. So please do get back to me. Let's get this verified. Let's make sure we are connecting to the right people. When we're live sometimes, what happens is because of the queuing system, because there's so many of you, it can misfire. Looking at last night's videos and all the other videos, it's not very much because it's all being validated. So even if it's, and I had one lady and she came to me and I said, Dan, 12-year-old, he was 12, and I said this in a PM and she went, no. I said, well, the angels don't give me information unless it's correct. The energies don't give me information unless it's correct. So it's meant for some reason. So anyway, I said, okay, I'm not dismissing it, but you can dismiss it, sort of thing. And then she came back to me today and she said, you know that boy, and I had his name, the 12-year-old. I said, yeah. She said, you were right. That was so-and-so's son. The spirits know what they're talking about. They might not necessarily want to give absolute specifics live. Some people are quite private. Even the spiritual realm have some sort of like privacy. But what I do try and do is get as much information out as possible, and especially trying to answer so many people at once. But please do get back to me. I know you've been waiting quite a long time to speak to me, and I appreciate you following me and all of you. Melissa Ann Surridge, hi sweetie. You said, could you tell me why I sense spirit, but I can hardly get to see them unless on camera? Okay. Right. This is difficult to explain. When you sense a spirit, the best form of spirit experience is to feel, smell, pick up their emotions with your intuition. To see a spirit, believe it or not, is not the best form of way of sensing the spirit, because all they're trying to show you is your physical form. That is our perception of wanting to believe in something that is in its physical form. To know a soul through its emotions and its memories and its senses and its smells and yep. So I'm sorry, there was a bit weak connection then. So you know the saying, seeing is believing. It really isn't. That's all I say. Seeing is not believing. Just because we see something with our eyes, it doesn't mean that it's there. It's what we feel. Our soul is unique. It's way beyond anything we see. And it's unexplainable, hence why scientists have only just started to see the evidence of afterlife. Had they had listened to many people who know of spirits, then they would have been very advanced in their scientific evidence. People like Telsa knew of all of this information about energy years and years ago. It's only now that they're starting to realise, oh yes, after so many greats, there is life after Earth. So what I say to all of you is that all the souls and energies, your loved ones, are literally surrounding you. They're not here with me. I am just the receptor. I'm just a receiver and outputter of information. And it's not just me who can do that. You can all do that. And how you do that is by meditation, maybe a bit of research, clearing your chakra. Don't turn the television on. I don't watch TV. It blinkers my mind and my vision because it's conditioning us. So that's the best way for me to explain it to you. But everyone is psychic, and Victoria said yes, everyone. Have you a council light? I can see a flicker, an amazing glow. Oh, where's that? Where have you gone? Rosalind, have you a council light? I can see a flicker. Is it a candle lit? Have I got a candle lit? Sweetie, no, it's my fire. I can't show you it, but I'm really cold. It's really quite cold in the UK at the moment, so I've got my fire on, so that's what it is, sweetie. And Catherine Jones said, I had intervention by a spirit that saved my life. And it's true. And you're lucky to be here. I know that feeling. I've had moments in my life where I've been in absolute destitute, and angels have definitely saved me. They guide us, and you've got to have faith in them. And I've had lots of questions today about how can I have a baby, about infertility. Ask Archangel Gabrielle. She is the person who will come to your aid. She is so powerful. I can't promise if that would happen. I'm not a medical professional, but I believe in angels, I believe in miracles, and I believe, seek that guidance from Archangel Gabrielle. Google her, she's amazing. But Naomi, please, anything from my grandma. Sorry to bother you so much, I just lost her not long ago. Naomi Terran, sweetie. I'm sensing this lady's got an overseas connection. Why am I seeing camels? Please let me know. I'm seeing Egypt. I'm seeing camels. I'm seeing humps as well. I'm sensing this lady liked camels. Sometimes I get imagery information. I think, what the heck? I'm getting a real sore throat, and it's from a spirit around, so I don't know why, how, but that's what I'm getting with you, Angel. I'm seeing a camel for some reason, and I'm seeing like water. Why am I seeing water? Desert, pyramids, somebody who liked Egypt. That's what I'm getting around this lady, sweetheart. Please do PM me so that we can validate, and I'll look into this a lot more. I sense she was quite small as well, with like curlish hair. She might have wanted to travel there, but I'm seeing travels, and I'm definitely seeing camels. It was the first thing that came into my mind. Laura Bolton said, there is a man beside me with a white ruffled shirt around his neck. I thought I could see an image of somebody right over there, back there. Is that where you're seeing him? Is that what you're seeing? Right back there. It could be, a lot of people see the spirits around me. I don't ever see them. I see the images through my third eye, so it's information given to me through my third eye. It's imagery, information, audio, information and knowledge. Have I ever seen a ghost? I'm trying to think. No, I don't see ghosts. I never ever see an apparition. I believe apparitions are caused by human energy. I do believe that there's residential ghosts, but they're a different sort. But there's someone hanging around me for sure, and he's got a real issue with throat cancer. I'm going to have to ask him who he is, because like, I'm going to have this with me out. I did sense also it was related to that lady, but it's getting worse, isn't it? Was this person connected to that lady too? Is he quite tall, dark? It'd be really good if you can let me know, because I need to tap into who it is. It's really affecting me. So, and I haven't had anything like that all day. Right, DQ sweet. It says, is my dad at peace tomorrow? It's 10 years he's been gone, and I used to dream about him, but I haven't in years. Is he ever with me? Straight away I got Tim with that. D. Straight away I just had the name Tim given to me. Like a tiny Tim. 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 I sense this gentleman around you is very, very happy where he is. What they do is show me their lifetime, so I see lifetime events. With you, I sense it's overseas, don't sense UK. I sense that, was there a motorbike? Why am I seeing a motorbike? Like a Yamaha, is it? Blue? I'm seeing a motorbike around this person. Or somebody you knew who had a blue motorbike. So please let me know. Like I said, anybody that I've communicated with, we need to validate this. We need to get more information on them. I need to get through quite a few, but we will get there. And it's better when it's one-to-one. Trust me, because I get every single detail. You ask anybody here who's had a one-to-one with me, if they can comment, if you've had a one-to-one with me, what it was like, apart from RM Doherty, because I've got to go back and do her reading. It was totally inaccurate. Totally inaccurate. It was totally not like me. So it'd be really good if everybody can say what it's like when you have one-to-one reading with me. But I'm honest. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. And you're very welcome, DQ. Johnson DJRT. I was due my little one in October, but lost the baby at 12 weeks. Oh, bless you, Angel. It's really, really hard when people lose a baby, and I know that myself. I've lost a baby in spirit, and it's really, really difficult. And the reason why I try to explain my situation is not because I'm saying I understand your feelings. We all have different emotions about all different things. What I can do is empathise. That's the only thing I can do. What I can tell you about your baby, sweetie, is that it's safe in the realm. I sense a lady protecting it. You've got a lady protector. So that's somebody protecting it. I can tell you that this baby has also gone to the children's sphere. What happens with babies is they go to a children's sphere. It's very protected. And children are innocent, so they go straight into the realm. They go straight with the angels. They have wings immediately. There is no... Children are innocent. All children are innocent. And angels see that all adults are innocent too. We're not defined by our behaviour. Our behaviour is a learned thing on this plane. Our souls are pure. Even the darkest of human being has still got a light shining within that person. And that's how the angels see it. And it's all children of God. So every single person with all the imperfections in the world, when people say, oh, well, they go to hell. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I believe the next level above us is light, but it's different to the rest of the levels as they go up. They need to go in recovery and get over what's happened to them on this plane. This plane is the lowest vibration. It's the lowest. We're all loved. When we're born into this world, our parents look at us and they go, oh my God. And you look at your baby and you know, even if it's got disabilities or anything like that, anything that's classed abnormal in our minds or other people's minds, which is a load of maloney, we look at that baby and we know that's perfection. What happens during those stages then? What happens during that time? What happens during the time is man-made destruction. It is called drugs, influences, role models, alcohol, crime. It's so many things. Does that make that person pure evil? There must have been a light somewhere in that life. I do believe there are some people that are just pure, nearly, right to 100%, nearly pure evil. But they, to say that there's a hell, I just don't believe it. I just believe that they would be reincarnated. But that's my personal view. It'd be good to have your views, because it's not, but I'm just saying that's how I see it. That's how I'm shown it. I'm shown it in a different way, maybe. Or psychics see things differently. So Carla, I lost my daughter suddenly. Sweetheart, I'm really, really sorry to hear that. And sweetie, I sense, like with your daughter, it was really young as well. And I sense that she's protected. I see a grandfather figure around this child. I've seen a grandfather figure who is absolutely adorable. He's really angelic. He's coming across really white. I don't know if he had like really full white of hair. Big hands. Very wise man who would talk about morals and stuff like that. A lot of the times when males and females and stuff come through to me, they love us to follow morals and values, and that's what I sensed with this man. Very moralistic, but I always get this tentative feeling. I see an image of this when I know that somebody's looking after a child. That's what I got. And they then go into the children's sphere. When I say that, it's not they're alone, they're with angels. They have angel light workers, and some souls become, like here on this plane Earth, and some people might go into childcare. In the realm, they have exactly the same. They have workers in the realm, but they're angels, and they go up a level. The more you do, the more good you do. It's not much different, and it's all to do with energy. And it's absolutely phenomenal. I've read certain books that have also described this. So when I read them, I'm like, oh, that's how I saw it too. I'm self-taught. I went to a spiritualist church once, and only not for long. Not that I'm saying it's not a good thing. They're really good spiritualist churches. I just didn't feel like I was like part of it. I don't know. I'm one of those people. I prefer to do things myself. But anyway, I'm going to go on. Naomi said, Rachel, please, anything for Gemma Turan. Gemma Turan. Hiya, sweet. Gemma Turan. Right. I'm getting a bossy lady around me. I don't know if that's to do with you, Gemma, but she's extremely bossy. And cooking, cleaning. And she would like lots of food around her, like banquets, family get-togethers. I also sense almost like Spanish. Because when I see Spanish people, they come across really, really busy and cooking and love and the world and hallelujah sort of thing. That sort of emotion I'm sensing with a female. She might have been to Spain, gone to Spain, something Spain, I'm getting Spanish. I'm getting very, very loving, lively, bossy character. So, angel blessings. Malicia, Jean Counselor. You want any word for me? I want to know if my brother, if he crossed over and is okay. Malicia, could you PM me, please? The reason for that is I sent some of the information is private. I don't know why, but your brother doesn't want to be here publicly. So if you could please PM me so I can give you a loving message, sweetie. Emma Ashton said, yeah, get hubby to make me a cup of tea. Your throat is still sounding croaky. Yeah, please, husband. He's just sat there. Go away. It could actually be me then, but it's come on since I've been on here. Lynn Kinhorn said, this is hell, I believe. It's heaven or hell, it's what you make it, that's what I say. It's the state of mind, it's consciousness. And but for some people, innocent people that get hurt in this world, how is it their fault? You can't really say they made their heaven. Not when it's hell to them. So sometimes it can be dictated by other forces. You get a good force and a bad force. I believe in that. You know, like Star Wars. I actually believe that there is an evil force and a good force operating in the universe. Amanda Scarborough said, is it possible? I'm slightly empathetic. I've noticed I am more affected by moon cycles than I used to be. I've been looking into crystals and other stuff. Yeah, Amanda, sweetheart, the moon affects us. It affects all psychics. It affects every single human being. Depends what the cycle is. It's like, you know, when there's a full moon in that, a lot of people get headaches and things like that, and can be affected by all sorts of things. So the moon has a strange impact on us. That's because it's connected to us. Just think about it. We're just a tiny, 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 weeny particle of dust out there in space. I always think that, you know, when people really, really worry about stuff and you get really, really anxious, just think of that for 1 second, that you're just a part, you know, our planet is a tiny, tiny speck of dust. Like, it's just tiny, tiny, tiny compared to the rest of the solar system. So, you know, it's really important that this little tiny planet that we have, that we look after it and raise the vibrations here. And then our loved ones will connect to us even more so. And I believe the enlightenment's happening. I believe there's lots of light workers out there that are actually trying to raise this vibration. So thank you. Lorraine Farrell said, I can hear a man singing in the background. I constantly hear angels singing. I have that all the time. I don't know if that's what you're picking up on. I get that constant. I've got really good guides. I've got Big Brother. That's my granddad, Native American. I have Lady Rose. She is an Egyptian gypsy. I have Earth Angel Michael Croft. The three of us work together. I met Michael when I did a reading for his family. He's an absolutely phenomenal. And so's my granddad, and so I've got Michael here, my granddad's here, and then I've got Lady Gypsy here. They protect me. They give me the information. They open the gateways for me. That's how I get lots of information. And when I met Michael, it got quicker and quicker and quicker. He was able to get me all sorts of information. That's what happens. They bring them to me. It's almost like a queuing system. It's very interesting. So it'd be quite interesting. Can anyone else hear a man singing in the background? I can hear my husband going, oh, like that sometimes, because he's just sat here, who hasn't got me a cup of tea, by the way. But yeah. So we got Janine, a friend of mine is an energy healer, and he told me a story about a memory of his and you were wondering if his story was actually me in a past life. Have you ever heard of that as well, where, you know, you meet somebody, you think, oh my God, like, you know, I feel like I've known them all my life. You might have somebody in your life, like your partner or even your cat or dog, and you think, God, this feeling is so familiar. I always wonder about that. I believe that people are reincarnated. I don't think when they become angels they are. What I mean by that, the realm's got different levels. Like Michael, he's an angel. He will stay in the realm. He's a happy soul in the realm. Sometimes people have their life mapped out for them and planned for them, but that's actually done by your higher self, and the soul is a higher self. And that's what science has proven now. They've actually proved that they found a little energy that has gone out of the body, and they've proven that there's life after death. Well, actually, I go back to science and say, no, that's a tiny part of that person. The rest of them is somewhere else, is in the realm, because that's just a tiny bit of our higher self. So, interesting. Yeah, Katie, you seem to be explaining things more tonight and not giving messages out like you normally do, hon. Yeah, the reason for that is because I believe I'm more than a psychic. I believe there's more things to just giving messages. I will be doing messages, and I have been doing quite a few. The reason for that is because the knowledge that I have will enable people to help themselves. A lot of people come to psychics and they pay an awful lot of money to psychics and stuff like that, when actually everyone is psychic. And I think it's really important that people channel themselves and actually learn to live knowing that their loved ones are right next to them. It's like people go, thanks for that message, and etc., etc. But it's like, they're with you. You have those memories. Do you know what? Every single spirit that comes to me say to me, oh, here's the memory. It's like, and all they can do is relay back. And I'll tell you what it's like. I see a film image in my mind. They will show me passes right to the past. I can go back, most probably right back to all their fathers and grandfathers, etc. It's a film. And that film playing in the head, it's just like, it's not even long. Your life isn't very long. It's like that. And they will show images really, really quick. But the memories they're showing me is what you already know. So what I'm trying to say to you is they are around you. I can guarantee you that everybody you've lost is around you when you remember them. You might say, yeah, but they don't come to see me. They do. And they constantly do. And that is exactly how it is, because I've got evidence of it through validation. Because everything that they give me will be, all I will do is confirm to you what you already know. So I will get on with the messages though, because I think it intrigues people. But it's nice to have that knowledge. I don't like to keep my knowledge. My knowledge is to be shared, because if I don't share it, then other people won't obtain their knowledge. And I don't think it's fair to keep it. It's a gift that needs to share. Right, I'm just going to get on. Please tell me who is with me in my house and why weird stuff keeps happening. Tara Lynn. There's a man in your house, isn't there, that follows you around, but it's somebody that you would have known in your past, I sense, sweetheart. And the weird stuff that's happening is due to upset. There might be an argument in the family or something like that, and this man is coming around to try and stop it. I don't sense it's anything weird. I sense that it's an energy around you that is like, it's almost like a warning. A warning, not like bad warning, just a warning of like, stop. Everybody stop arguing. You know, like a father figure would do? Somebody I sense of a father figure who would be around when times were tough, who would just go, stop. Enough's enough. That's what I'm getting with this spirit. Like, enough is enough. It's somebody who's upsetting people. I'm not saying it's you, it's people around you. I sense there's argument, there's a lot of unsettledness. The angelic realm don't like it when families are unsettled. It really is something they don't like, and I don't know why, but they don't. I guess you know what? It's no different than us as parents or sisters, brothers and everything. We don't like that behaviour. They don't change. They don't alter the way they think. They rest. But they don't like it when there's unsettledness, because they're still they're still our guardians. They're still the soul, the memories and everything else. Is my young brother okay? And is he looking after my babies okay? And do they know I'm sorry I wasn't there when they died? Rosin, is my younger brother okay and is looking after my babies? Rosin, I'm sensing with you like an accident and stuff like that, and I sense brother is happy where he is. I sense that he is looking after the little ones. And you said, do they know I'm sorry I wasn't there when they died? Sweetheart, when people die, they pass over it, and as sad as it seems, it's like that internal love and bond you had with them is for eternity. It's irrelevant to them, if that makes sense. It's only our human existent mind that sees like all the badness or guilt and have all those, you know, all those bad feelings. Spirits don't really absorb them. They'll try and guide us and help us and try and push us into the right directions by giving guidance. But they won't pick up on those feelings, not when they've passed. They go to the light so that everything's of a positive, much more positive vibration than here, unless they're drawn back down, like through you connecting with me is putting them back on a lower vibration. That's why I put them back. And when I say, they're going to the light now, because they need to go home, that's home to them, because their home is their soul, it's them. Everybody thinks like, you know, I can remember when someone I knew little died, and my own child died, and it was a miscarriage, but it was still my child. And I thought, gosh, why have you taken this away from me? Why would God, or why would any angels, or whatever existence it is, why have you done that? Why have you taken away mine? That was mine. And I got the answer straight away. It's not yours. Because that soul belongs to itself. And as much as that's like really, really painful and stuff like that, that's how it is. It's like, it's beautiful in a way, but for us human beings to understand that and comprehend that is a totally different ball game. Because it's like with animals, if you buy a horse, or that's my horse. No, that horse belongs to the horse. Or that's my dog. No, actually that's not my dog. The dog belongs to itself. And that's what it's like. But the pain, intense pain that we have for when we lose something is because of that bond and connection. What I'm saying to you is that bond and that connection remains forever. You can't take away a bond between a mother and a son, and a mother and a daughter, or anything like that. But when we give life and we have life and we have children, we're gifted, and it's a gift from God, or it's a gift from whoever you believe it's a gift from. So that's how I try to explain it. And that's another thing. See here, Rosie said one baby was a stillborn, one baby died tragically, so did my brother and father, and so did my brother and father. Yeah, that's what I sensed around you. It's like I sensed blue flashing lights and all sorts of things around you. That's why I said accident. And that's another thing. You know, when people might ask, like, I had a baby, it wasn't even born. Well, some people have said to me, Rachel, I had an abortion. Like, am I going to be punished for that? Or I have people saying, well, it didn't have a chance on earth. A few couple of days, weeks. The higher self travels down into a body, into the womb, And in that womb, it's already started its little journey. For whatever reason, it is meant to be. And the reason why it's meant to be is because the higher self has made almost fundamentally that decision. It doesn't want to go back down to a lower vibration. It wants to go home. Home is in the realm. And that's why we all one day reconnect to the realm. Now, there's a book called The Fairy Tale of Death, and you can buy it on eBay. Phenomenal. It explains all of that, and it makes it in such a simple form to try and understand exactly what our souls are and why we're here and stuff like that. So I hope that helps. But no, I don't think anyone should feel guilty for anything that they've done or decisions they made, or, because a lot of people carry guilt with them when they lose somebody as well. So we're going to be setting up this website as well, and that's going to have a hell of a lot of support on it and lots of information as well, so that you can try to grasp exactly all this information. And I know that you want me to connect to your loved ones, and I'm going to try my best. I'm not going yet, so I'm going to carry on. So I hope that helps. Yeah, that's right, Laurie said there. Yeah, we only look after them for a short while. Yeah, and we're very, lucky. And it's extremely, extremely traumatic. But that soul connection, the memories, the soul connection, the bonds don't ever go. They're there for life. Danielle Nicole Bingham, hello sweetie. You said, anyone around me, I've made some decisions recently that I need to know were right. Okay, I'm sensing a man around you. I'm sensing somebody who would have worn I'm getting a beige jacket given to me. I'm also sensing a name. Is it Claire? Would have known a Claire. And I'm also getting a John. And I believe they are around you, sweet. The decisions that you're making is what's making me stall slightly. I don't really want to talk about it here, if that makes sense, because I don't really want to put you in a vulnerable situation if I start talking about your personal life. But what I suggest to you, that there are decisions you need to make, and they need to be quite quick, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot of negativity around you. You really do need some sort of support, sweet. That's what I'm seeing with you. Please do PM me so that we can talk about it. I don't really want to talk about people's private life, go blah, 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 blah. And then that have a detrimental effect on you, because that's sharing your personal knowledge with the world. And I know you've come on, but I'd rather do that personally. So please PM me, and I really don't mind giving some time. Tanya, sweetheart, you said, anything for my nan, please. I miss her dearly. She died of cancer. She was in so much pain when she died. I want to know she is okay. Okay. With this, sweetie, I sense that you were really supportive around her in her last days. I'm sensing a lady that would have really appreciated the immense help you gave her. I sense around this lady she had a lot of faith. She loved all her family. She was very caring, and I'm sensing with her that she left a photograph album that people have been looking through, and I sense she's with a gentleman in spirit, and I'm sensing this guy had a moustache. I'm also seeing a great grandma around as well, and she's really sweet and tiny, and she would always have a handkerchief on her and use Vic. And your mum is so proud of you, and she's proud of everything you've done. That's what I'm I'm seeing. She would have almost been a mother figure That's what I'm getting, if that makes sense to you. So she wasn't just like Nan, she was more than that. She sees you as her own daughter. And I think on Mother's Day, what you tend to do as well would be to see this person as that figure, if that makes sense, because that's how she's coming across to me. Somebody who was quite motherly, but not just her own, to you, especially to you. That's what I'm getting. So if you were in trouble, if there was loads of stuff going on, it would have been her that like dealt with your problems. I think there was turbulence at school. Did you have trouble at school? And you came to her for some support. That's what I'm getting around this lady who almost sees herself as your mum. Tara Lynn, do you know what the warning might be, please? What I'm sensing is it's not a warning as such. It's more like, could you tell everybody to stop the noise? It's almost like people are rowing and arguing and stuff like that, and the spirit's not happy with the noise. That's what I'm sensing. I don't know if you've been in an old house or something like that, and you feel like when you're in that house, you have to respect that house. That's what I'm sensing. It's like somebody around who didn't like noise, didn't like noise. It's like, stop it, just stop all the arguing. That's what I'm getting. You might be seeing different signs and stuff like that, and that might be why you're seeing activity. But it's normally that energy that you're sensing is from humans. It's like an energy that because humans tend to be able to give off a much more negative energy than the spirits that have passed over, because their soul has to drop again to get onto a lower vibration. Pamela Fortune, you've got loads of spirits around you. You've got your Pastor Clayton and Elfie and loads and loads and loads. Natrice McLean, any messages from my father? I'm getting John with that. Johnson? I'm sensing a man around you. He might have been connected to that name. I'm also sensing that he worked hard. I'm sensing like a stick as well, like this. Did he go like climbing up some hills and stuff like that? He's got a stick, and he would have been really, really busy and stuff like that. I'm sensing this guy's constantly around you, but I'm also sensing a smaller lady around him. I don't know if that was his mum. Please do get back. I have said that if anybody does come through, what we need is perfect 100% validation, so I need to give you more information before that we can pass it on, because I don't just want to leave people like lumbered, so they're thinking, well, I didn't say goodbye, I didn't say this or that, because that's just not fair for me to hold that knowledge. I don't like to do that. I'll wait for your messages. Right. There's somebody watching. I'm going to get this person coming through now. It's somebody who's missing her sister. I'm getting the name Terry, Terri. I'm sensing lots of children. I'm sensing breast cancer as well. This lady would have passed quite young, I'd say in her 30s. That's what I'm sensing. This person is knowing that somebody is watching, and somebody who's tentative, cares. I need this person to get back to me because sister's got a personal message for you. So it's Terri, but you'll know exactly who it is. Like I said earlier, for those that are watching later, because when it goes, the thing with live is it doesn't stop, it doesn't end when I finish. So like people come on later and then I have like something like 8k, 9k views and stuff like that, because lots of different people come on. But I'm actually sensing that this is for somebody watching now, not later. So it's like, because it's like latest normally because it's in a different country and stuff like that. So they pick up on my feeds. It'd be really, really good if you could get back to me. I don't know if there's anybody on here who could give a comment about the readings they've had with me, because I'm gonna, when I get the website, I'm gonna just take, if I'll ask your permission first, little tiny snippets, just tiny snippets of when you've gone, oh my God, or wow, how amazing. And what happens is I don't ever ask for information. I might say something like, oh, who's, like earlier I said, who's N, but I gave the full name. I don't want to say it in case they're watching and breach confidentiality, because it's almost like seeing a doctor when you have a one-to-one, really, especially when it's personal information. So I gave a name, and they were like, oh my God, that's exactly their name. And that's how it, and that's what it's like when you're doing personal readings. It's clothing, smells, everything. It's a film just going playing through my mind. So it's really good. And the website will be coming soon. So the website will let you know how to have one-to-one readings. I will be charging at a later day. I am going to be setting up my business, but I will still do these live feeds, and I will be coming into the site to do free readings. But I'm not going to just leave it there. I'm going to then I'm then going to then have different psychics in there as well. So isn't that good? So everybody can help one another as well. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. In terms of my energy, my time, my resources, everything's just like all day long. But I'm loving it, and I am loving it, and it's not going to be yet either, because I just love it. I love talking to you lot, and I just love what I do, and it's a gift, and it should be free. But people are saying to me, well, if it's a talent, then you're almost dissing your gift. I'm like, really? And I sort of argue about it, but and I've got Tanya Goodhorsey in here saying here, oh my God, that got me upset. It was all right what you give me. Of course it was. It comes from the spirit. It's not, that's the thing. It's not my information. I have to pass it as it is. It's a film playing through my head. That's all it is. It's just imagery information. So there they are here. They're not even here. There they are there. And then they come through me, just like, say, your TV box, the transmitter. They come from me. Bzzz. I get the information and I go blah, 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 blah. So that's why I always trust it, because how can it not be correct? Because it's not from me. So like earlier when I did a reading, and it was like, right, I've got that person, they lived there, you did that, there's a photograph there, in that room there, you had dolls, they bought you this, you went to Africa, blah, blah, blah. And in an in-depth reading, you get so much more out of it. But every single person that I've mentioned, I do want you to contact me, because I will get back to you, and we're going to have some in-depth stuff to really pass these people on. Christine Louise, sweetheart, said, my childhood friend killed herself. Do you sense her? With suicides, what happens is they go to a recovery place. People think, oh, if you kill yourself, you go to hell. No, but sometimes you could come back. So, and for anybody feeling suicidal out there, I suggest that you speak to the Samaritans and people like that in the UK. But also, I'm quite happy to talk to people if they've got real bad problems. And I've actually given out my personal number to some people who feel that they're in a crisis, just in case in that moment in time they're gonna, in an emergency. I said, just give me a call, because what we don't want is that happening. And I'm really sorry to hear that, Christine. Bless this little soul. I sense, was she a teenager? I'm sensing somebody with blondish hair. I'm sensing drink, and I'm sensing boyfriend issues. I'm sensing so much around this person. I'm sensing studying. I'm sensing that she would have made an extremely good lawyer. She had lots of aspirations. I sense that she had a very loving family too. I'm not sensing lots of sort of issues necessarily around her past with her family. It was almost like bullying. I'm sensing bullies, and I'm sensing, because like cyberbullying and stuff like that is really, really bad. But I'm sensing this person has so much stress, peer pressure and stuff like that, and her mind got all mixed up, and she started self-harming herself, and people got really concerned about her, and people tried to help her and stuff like that. I'm also sensing I'm sensing an overdose of something. I think that it was medicated, and I'm also thinking that it was drink related. So it's drink and a cocktail of all sorts of things. That's what I'm sensing around that. That's the information that came through to me. So I hope that helps. Please do contact me so that we can get some closure, get some validation, get to see why she's shown certain information, and possibly draw this to a close and help her get to the light even more so. What I mean by that is they go to the light, but when they can say their little bit, it's really important with the suicides, because that, with all passing, there's never ever closure. I don't ever think, unless, I don't think forever and ever and ever and ever we're always going to miss our loved ones. But in particular, in those situations, it becomes really, really, really hard, because they never got to say their last goodbye and stuff like that. Or, in fact, in most cases, I'd say that's how it is. But I'm going to leave it here tonight, because I'm going to have lots of catch-ups to do because of this evening, because I've got so many to get through. I hope you enjoyed the show, but one thing I do really want to get across, in what I did speak quite a bit tonight, is that they're with you, and it's just merely memories that I will give you. It's merely their memory and bond with you, which will never, ever, ever be taken away. Not ever. And the weird thing is, when I have people with Alzheimer's coming through, because I'll get that quite a bit, or, I've had people with disabilities contacting me where I've had to, because of equality and stuff like that, I have to get on their level and stuff. And you could say, well, what about if someone's got autism, or someone's got mental health, or someone's got this, someone's got that? How are they going to remember? How do they connect? They do. They find their way to connect. And a lot of people with mental health and illnesses and sicknesses and stuff, and children and animals, sense it all the time. It's when we've forgotten who we really are that we lose our senses. I don't watch TV because it blinds my third eye. I try not to listen to news or watch news, and I try not to hang around negativity and negative people. I try to rid them out of my life, not because I don't love them, not because I don't like them. It's just they're going to get in the way of my own path. And that's what I suggest. And I suggest maybe just sitting down, lighting a candle, and just really, really, really remembering those moments with those people. All the good times. We've all got bad memories, because we're not perfect in this vibration, because Earth's vibration's not balanced. But that's what I'm sort of putting out there today. So I hope you did enjoy it, and lots of love. I will be back on tomorrow, and I will get through those messages. But please do share, because if you do share, I do also pick someone randomly to have a 45-minute reading with me, which is quite a long time. And sometimes it can go up to an hour. That's happened. And blessings to you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Night. Angel blessings.